What if one WordPress plugin could turn an ordinary website into a smart branded AI-powered assistant? Not just a simple chat box sitting in the corner of a website, but a real business tool designed to engage visitors, answer important questions, guide conversations in the right direction, and create a more professional customer experience from the very first interaction. Imagine a chatbot that can do more than just reply with basic answers. A chatbot that can connect to automation workflows, work with advanced AI, guide visitors properly based on their needs, and even help book appointments directly inside the chat without sending them somewhere else. That is exactly what Automation Hub Chatbot is built to do. But what makes this even more exciting is that it is not just a plugin to use on your own website. It is also a tool you can customize, implement in real projects, and even sell to clients as part of your services. So when you join Automation Hub, you are not just getting access to a plugin. You are getting access to a practical tool you can actually use. A tool you can install on your own website. A tool you can deploy in client projects. A tool you can customize for different businesses. And a tool you can package into a service that you can sell. That is one of the biggest reasons this matters. This is not just something to watch from a distance. It is something to use, implement, and build with. And to make things easier, we will also attach the plugin and the relevant documentation in the comments below, so you can follow along more easily throughout this series. This is part 1 of a 4-part series on Automation Hub Chatbot. In this first video, the goal is to understand what the plugin is, why it stands out, and what it can really handle. In part 2, we will install it, activate it, and go into setup. In part 3, we will explore branding, departments, and the visitor chat experience. And in part 4, we will cover booking, workflows, customization, and how to position it for client works. Automation Hub Chatbot is a premium WordPress plugin that adds a fully branded AI-powered live chat widget to our website. But what makes it powerful is not just that it adds chat. What makes it powerful is the range of ways it can be used. It can run in webhook mode, it can run in direct AI mode, and it also includes a free FAQ mode that works immediately after installation, even before upgrading to Pro. To upgrade to Pro, simply join Automation Hub community to get the license and customization for your clients. Then unlocks the live AI experience, direct AI, booking, knowledge base, departments, avatars, analytics, notifications, session controls, and removal of powered by branding. One of the most important parts of this plugin is webhook mode, and this deserves more than a quick overview. In webhook mode, the chatbot does not generate the final answer by itself. Instead, when a visitor sends a message, the plugin sends that message as a JSON post request to your webhook URL. That webhook can belong to Make, Zapier, NA10, Publi, Active Pieces, or any other system that accepts webhooks. The plugin sends structured data such as the session ID, the visitor's message, the visitor's name, the visitor's email, the selected department, the timestamp, and the page URL where the chat is happening. That means the chatbot becomes the front-end conversation layer, while your automation platform becomes the logic engine behind it. So instead of being locked into a fixed chatbot brain, you can decide what happens when someone sends a message. You can push the message into an AI workflow. You can connect it to a CRM. You can route it based on department. You can store it in a database. You can trigger notifications. You can enrich the response with your own data. And once your automation processes the message, it sends a reply back to the plugin. The recommended response format is a simple JSON structure with a reply field, but the plugin also accepts output, message, and even plain text responses. So in simple terms, webhook mode turns the plugin into a flexible chat interface for your own automation stack. For users who do not want to build a webhook workflow, the plugin also supports direct AI mode. This allows you to connect directly to OpenAI, Anthropic, Google Gemini, or Grok from the settings panel. You can choose the provider, select the model, and set the response token limit. The API key is stored securely in your site's database, which is very safe and is not exposed to the browser, and hackers can't get it. This creates a simpler setup path while still giving you advanced AI responses. Another major feature that makes Automation Hub Chatbot stand out is booking. And this is important because different users want different levels of setup. For users who are more technical and want deeper control, the plugin supports Google Calendar booking directly inside the chat experience. This allows visitors to move from asking questions to checking availability, choosing a slot, and completing the booking flow without leaving the chat. It is ideal for those who want a more integrated setup and more control over how bookings are handled. But not everyone wants a more technical setup. Some users want something simpler, faster, and easier to deploy. That is where Calendly becomes a practical option for people who prefer a more straightforward booking experience. So the booking angle here can be understood in two ways. If you want more control and a more technical setup, Google Calendar is a strong option. If you want a simpler and easier setup, Calendly is the more beginner-friendly path. That flexibility makes the chatbot more useful for a wider range of users, from technical automation builders to service providers who just want to get a booking system running quickly. The plugin also includes a knowledge base feature. Documents such as TXT, PDF, docx, and other text-based files can be uploaded, so the AI can use that information as context when answering questions. This is useful for pricing, policies, FAQs, services, and product details that are specific to a business. That means the chatbot can become much more relevant to the actual business behind the website. The chatbot is also designed to feel fully branded. You can set the company name, status text, avatar photo, colors, header styling, button styling, and widget position. It also supports theme auto-detect to pull colors from the WordPress theme. The header can even show rotating team member photos when team avatars are enabled. So instead of looking like a disconnected add-on, it can feel like part of the business itself. Every chat can also be logged. The plugin stores conversations with visitor name, email, department, messages, and timestamps. These conversations can be filtered, searched, reviewed, and exported to CSV. On top of that, the dashboard gives a quick view of total conversations, messages, active users, department breakdowns, and response patterns. So beyond chat, the plugin also gives useful operational insight. The plugin also supports email notifications, including new booking alerts, chat summaries, urgent escalation alerts, daily digests, and meeting reminders. That means the chatbot is not isolated from the rest of the business workflow. On the experience side, the plugin includes a wide range of thoughtful features. It supports auto-open delay, proactive greeting, idle timeout with a still there overlay, notification sound, smart quick reply suggestions, visitor session memory for 24 hours, switch department controls, copy buttons on messages, markdown formatting, date separators, typing indicators, and star-based chat rating at the end of the conversation. It also has mobile-first layout behavior and safe area support for phones. The plugin also gives you display control. You can show it on all pages, only on specific pages, or exclude certain pages. You can position it bottom left or bottom right and set behavior rules like auto-open timing. On the licensing side, the Pro experience is tied to a license system connected to Google Sheet where everything is monitored, including verification and grace period behavior. This can be customized for all of our students if you want to sell it to your clients. This becomes especially important for users thinking about structured deployment and client-facing implementation. What makes Automation Hub Chatbot stand out is not simply that it has features. It is that those features work together in a meaningful way. This is not just a widget. It is a branded chat interface. It is a workflow-ready front-end. It is a direct AI assistant. It is a booking layer. It is a lead capture point. It is a reporting tool. And for many Automation Hub members, it can also become part of a real client offer. When you join Automation Hub, you are not just getting access to a plugin. You are also getting access to the surrounding resources that help you use it properly, including documentation, learning materials, and workflow support such as NA10 webhook setup guidance. And for this series, the plugin can be attached in the description below. The relevant documentation can be found in the community so people can follow along more easily and test the plugin. So if your goal is not only to use the plugin, but also to customize it and position it for clients, then Automation Hub gives that process much more value. This was part 1 of the 4-part Automation Hub Chatbot series. In this first video, the goal was to explain what the plugin is, why it stands out, and what it can really do. In part 2, we move into installation, activation, and initial configuration. So if you want to see how to bring Automation Hub Chatbot into action on a real WordPress website, continue to part 2.